Ukiambiwa umepewa 10% interest per year, ndio anapewa nama 9 nama 7. If you are an individual who has put the money in a fixed deposit,
Yes.
there is withholding tax 15% inakatwa, besides the depreciation ya 5%. So you don't put money ati ikae tu kwa benki uwe ukiani interest kidogo ya 10%, 12%. Those people are trading with your money. Umeshaona mtu amekula charity ambaye matajirika?
Bet. Mtu amebet. Watu wana bet sana hapa hivi.
Ukaona hiyo pesa imemweka vizuri mpaka mwisho na anakuaga fukara after 3 years.
Statistically, yes.
Ikiingia kwa mfuko inakufanya wazimu.
Why
So to manage money, because money once out, unataka kutoka kwa mfuko uitumie. Nataka kwenda Mombasa. Nataka kwenda night club. Nataka kunywa ile pombe sijakunywa. Inakufanya wazimu pesa. So to have money discipline sio kitu rahisi.
Who taught you money discipline?
Can I give you my own story?
Please.
Wadau, alafu kabla tuzame kwa conversation, please allow me to take you back to the last festive season kidogo tu. Remember kulikuwa na running theme ya kupin location. Watu wamejenga, the story ilikuwa manzi, sasa hapa ndio Christmas, hapa ndio tunavuka mwaka. So now if you believe this is your year ya kubuild, then this message is for you. Please allow me to plug you to K&K Precast Engineering to introduce you to a concept where you can build better and spend less. Now, with the technology that K&K Precast Engineering wanatumia, you get the same quality as traditional housing or even better.
In fact, kwa structure you can save up to 30% on costs. Halafu,
kwa wale wamekuwa kistruggle na black cotton soil au sijui ngoa foundation, sijui chimba mchanga, toa yote, this suspended foundation ya K&K Precast Engineering solves that for you. Sasa precast ni nini? Unaona bridges zinatengenezwa, wanatengeneza concrete kando inashikanishwa na chuma ndani, proper reinforcement, wanakuja wanaekelea. Expressway imetengenezwa juzi, hiyo ndio barabara tunapitia. Now K&K Precast Engineering Limited wamepata njia ya kutumia that same technology for residential homes, apartment blocks and all matters construction, and the deal is even better. Also note that K&K Precast Engineering Limited build capacity ya full construction process all the way from the foundation to finishing unaingia kwa nyumba. For more inquiries, get in touch with the team ya K&K Precast Engineering through the contact details tumekuwekea kwa screen. Consider yourself plugged.
Now, our guest for this episode is probably the youngest 80-year-old I've ever met, and it's always standard. Tukikutana na good vibes lazima tulete kwa show, and this we could not miss, wisdom of age. Tuko Nakuru, Nakuru West, came to see my friend Gabriel Market, nikakutana na Mzee Joseph Mbuthia Gichuru. Pure good vibes. Now, I think we just had to set this up so that we can explore other ideas that probably hatujaweza kusikizana nazo. Karibu sana.
Asante sana Dr. Kingori.
I'm very excited and thank you for making time for us. And in our conversation, very easy, our audience tunawaitanga wadau, you have very many golden nuggets. I hope we can catch as many as we can in the course of this conversation. And something you said before we started, we hit record. People always, and we've had this conversation, people always say, like, the deal was so good for back in the day, watu wa kitambo. And the example you gave that you could get acres of land for just a few goats. And then you further broke it down. A very interesting example that you think things are expensive now. Wait till you find out in future. And people have always castigated their grandfathers. And that's a statement I've heard even today. When other people were making money, where were our grandfathers, right? So when you say you could get an acre of land for 17,000 Kenya shillings, I'm curious, what kind of mindset would someone need to have had to decide that I need to invest in land? This is a good idea.
I think opportunities are rarely seen by everybody.
Okay.
And even today, the opportunities that people see and invest in. Si ati ni wako na akili kushinda wengine. Mara wengine ni bahati tu.
Okay.
Like, I will tell you, during our time, like the time I was finishing school, I went to Form 1 in 1963.
Form 1.
And I finished Form 4 in 1966. Those days, there was no question of looking for a job. The employers used to come to school
Yes.
to look for people who could work in the organization. You could see the managing director of Kenya Power,
Yes.
managing of KCC, managing director of Barclays Bank, coming to look for people who can work.
Yes.
So you are leaving school employed. Like me, I left school in October, and by November, I had a job.
In October and November, you had
A job. I went for interview, all Wazungus, in Koinange Street, where KCC headquarters was. I was interviewed, I was taken, and I was called a management trainee.
Immediately.
Because the Wahindis, the Goans, the Wazungus were leaving. And they needed people to replace them.
Timing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by the time we were finished school, jobs were there for people who had reached Form 4.
Yes.
After I was employed, when the results came out, I performed well. I went to my boss, I asked him, now I want to go to do my Form 5, Form 6. And he said, go ahead. But you'll be coming back for every 3 months after school, you come here and you get a job again.
So there is that luxury of you can actually take a break.
Yes.
Yes.
And I used to do that. After I finished Form 6,
Yes.
I was called to Dar es Salaam University to do law. And I weighed the money I was getting, 3 years to do law. And I said, I better stay on the job. So I didn't go to Dar es Salaam. And I rose through the ladder.
Yes.
And I was transferred to Nakuru in 1972 to be the area sales manager of KCC,
Yes.
covering from Mahio to Malaba,
Okay.
making sure the products of KCC are in all the outlets. So I settled here in 72. By 1976, I could see business opportunities. I resigned and I went to business. And I was only 35 years.
You resigned.
I resigned in 1976, June.
So there's no comfort in, first of all, you chose not to go do law because the money you are getting.
Yes.
There's no comfort zone in, you already are making money. How can you make more where you are?
I could see going to waste 3 years in university to come and earn a bit more than what I was earning.
Yes.
Was not worth it. I better earn and get promoted.
From experience.
Just by luck or by God's guidance.
Yes.
So I did not go to university. I went to it, but I rose up to area sales manager. And by 1976, I left. I went into business.
How, if you go back in time, like what examples would you look at and think this is an opportunity? This actually means more money than being employed.
Like now in Nakuru, where I was, by the time I was resigning,
Yes.
there were only 2 security companies,
Yes.
Securica and Night Guards Limited.
Yes.
Both of them run by Wazungus. So I said I could start a security firm.
Yes.
I got 2 other gentlemen and we joined hands and we started a security firm, Kenya Shield Security Limited.
Yes.
And it was a success. People could not believe we Africans can run a security firm.
You had the knowledge to know that, okay, there's only two. Wazungus are living.
Yeah, not living.
Yes.
We can give them a challenge.
You can compete.
I can compete. So we started a security firm. Today, there are over 2,000 security firms. People think it's an easy job. They open, they close. They open, close.
What changed in that particular context?
You see, it's not good to always to be a copycat. And our people believe, hiki ni kiokratia, hii ndio inaleta. Watu wanakimbia.
Yes.
That feasibility study, they find it is useless. Hata siku hizi ukienda Kitengela huko ndio mambo wanakimbia wote Kitengela kununua.
Yes.
That's a bad way of doing things.
Yes.
It's good to do a bit of feasibility study.
Yes.
This is a good line. I think there is competition. Now you can see like your friend Gabriel.
Yes.
He saw an opportunity.
Yes.
Which our local people are not seeing. Even engineers could not see.
Yes.
Now look. Now they would
Doing
like
wonders.
they will go to China. Let's also try to compete with him.
Yes.
They will flood the market. They start making less, everybody making less. There it is.
So the difference is in like when you see an opportunity, take it,
Yeah.
but not copy.
Not always copying.
What of the idea of, let's say you can do better? Is that a way to identify opportunity?
It could be, but you could do better than who?
Like let's say people are providing product A.
Yeah.
And you actually think you can give a better deal.
Improve on product A.
On product A.
So you are not selling product A. You are selling an improved product A. That's a different thing.
Copying.
Quality is good. If you can improve the quality,
yes,
people will buy from you.
What is your drive now? Like, yes, I see opportunity. Is your drive to make more money? Is your drive, like, what pushes you to, like, I'm leaving employment? Is it, I want to make more money? Is there a certain map you're following?
I think we are told if you want to make money, think of something which will help the community, to improve the community. You will still make money.
Yes.
But your drive is not only the money.
Yes.
Is what I can help the community achieve.
Service to humanity.
That's the best thing.
That's the eye you need to
That's what you
opportunity.
should think of. Because even like your friend now, he's not doing all this work for himself.
Yes.
He will make money, but he's improving the diaspora people to have a better home, to live a better life.
Yes.
That's what he's doing.
Yes.
So there is that element of community service.
So thank you. That submission is solid. But then when we go back to where we started, like you said, not that some people are better than others. Where is the space for hard work? Because on the question of what were some grandfathers doing when other grandfathers were making money, right? Is it to say that chance happens to a certain type of people, or everyone has a level playing field?
Hard work pays. Honesty pays. Trust pays. So all these things are, you must take them wholesomely.
Yes.
Hard work. Money cannot find you in your bed sleeping. You have to work. So that is a good thing. And even those grandfathers and all of them, all those who seem to have made money, must have worked hard. You cannot get a goat free. You have to buy.
Yes.
So if you are employed, like my father was employed by Mzungu,
yes,
the little money he got, he saved, he bought 2 goats. He went to Gatondo South and bought 7.5 acres with 2 goats.
Yes.
Battering. So he must have worked and saved.
Yes.
To be able to buy, to get the 2 goats.
Yes.
And go and buy the land.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So he buys land. It means the idea of land as a valuable commodity is ingrained in his head.
Our community, the Geba community.
Yes.
If you don't have land, you are a poor person. That's the mentality we have made to understand. You must have some theory somewhere.
Yes.
And that's a good thing.
Yes.
Utazikwa wapi? You know, that's something now which is there. Watoto watakula nini? Chakula natoka kwa mchanga.
Yes.
So land is an asset. It's a big value. It's a big thing to have land.
But has that changed? Because nowadays, the business of land, for example, when you say your father could get 7 acres on 2 goats.
Good.
Nowadays, we talk about 50 by 100, which people say will come bite people hapa mbele. I believe in your time, there's nothing like subdividing land into.
There wasn't.
Has that changed the opportunity in terms of how land is an asset?
Even those people who are selling 50 by 100,
yes,
They are using it as an asset. They are making money out of that because of the demand.
Yes.
They are making money out of 50 by 100. But surely the planners cannot let all our land, which is supposed to be producing food,
Yes.
be subdivided to 50 by 100. What will people be eating? So they must plan how to zone
Yes.
what can be divided to 50 by 100 and what can be left for agriculture and grazing. Otherwise, you cannot make the whole land 50 by 100. Finally, it is bad planning.
Okay.
It's bad planning. But
Yes.
those in power are the ones who are supposed to guide. Yeah.
So you've watched the different regimes, you've watched the different strategies people, as in the different strategies and how government operates and how opportunities could have been leveled for more people. Because let's say, for example, if people were taught, if people got certain wisdom in school, like how to identify opportunities, like if business was taught in schools, macho ya watu inaweza funguka and people would now see opportunities. I believe it's different. There's a certain kind of knowledge that you need or wisdom to identify opportunities. Because nowadays when you speak to people, people are like, I didn't know that. Do you think we failed in terms of education, or this wisdom here, it's not for everyone?
Let me tell you, Dr. Kengori,
Yes.
people cannot see opportunities the same way.
Okay.
Even twins don't think the same.
Yes.
Your brother could see an opportunity whether he did not go to school and you see him getting rich.
Yes.
Opportunities are seen differently.
True.
That's a fact.
Everyone has their own perspective.
Yes. Some
Okay.
people believe comfort yake ni kuandikwa na kufanya kazi. Maneno ya kuinvest hataki.
Yes.
You cannot force him. Some people thought, sasa huyu mjinga anaenda kununua land, pahali ya kujienjoy, pahali ya kwenda club, pahali ya kwenda. People see things differently.
Yes.
So you cannot judge people that why didn't you see the opportunity? The Wazungus come here, see more opportunities. They go to Asa land, Makueni, they go to Rumuruti. They can see those places they can be rich. There are people who are super rich, the ones who own land in Asal areas. They are growing animals, they are exporting meat.
Yes.
And they are making a lot of money. If you tell our people, they say, huko ni mbali sana.
Yes.
Kilifi ni mbali sana.
Yes.
Kilifi. Mzungu came 6,000 kilometers. And you are saying Kilifi ni mbali.
You are in the country.
And you are inside the country.
Where they travel
Where you can go 3-4 hours, unasema ni mbali.
Wao walitoka 6,000
Like now the
kilometers.
last regime was saying, blue economy.
Yes.
Go near Indian Ocean, you see riches. Blue economy. Sasa mtu wa Murang'a, blue economy unamwambia nini? Ataona si wapi. Sasa ukimwambia wacha tuende karibu na Kilifi tununue land, utakaribia blue economy.
Yes.
Huko ni mbali sana. Sasa unashindwa, Kilifi ni mbali na huko Murang'a.
Yes.
Na mzungu alitoka huko akaja Kakuzi, akanunua land Kakuzi. He's exporting avocado, macadamia. Muamerika anakuja huku Del Monte, ndiye ana export juice zote, mananasi yote nakuza, na wewe unasema ati Kilifi ni mbali.
Hiyo ni moja. The other thing, and this is probably an excuse, Kenyans, in Kenya you cannot make money without stealing, because people believe that the policy is in place. And I gave an example earlier today, the Nyayo bus, and I was very happy. In fact, there's an engineer anaitwa Kiruki, ameandika kitabu anaitwa Kiruki Mudhimbu, ameandika kitabu inaitwa Matatu Madness. He's been in the transport sector. He narrates very well how the Nyayo bus collapsed. And one particular case catches my attention, that watu walikuwa wanangoja jioni to wanganganie pesa. And that's the image of Kenya. And the company collapsed. And it worked for a moment, that even President Moi in 1987 election, he was very popular. The President Moi who later becomes watu singing yote yawezekana without him, he was popular because of policies that would have changed. tukianza na do people have to be thieves to make money? Is government failing people? Ama our culture and the things, the negative beliefs we have is what's limiting us? What's the biggest factor holding people back?
You know, corruption is the biggest disease we have in Kenya. And people in leadership are sort of making it flourish.
Okay.
Because I ask myself, why is it that politics has become the biggest business? Everybody wants to become a politician. I also wanted to become a politician.
You also wanted?
Yeah. By that year, 79, I stood for parliamentary in Nakuru North. There are only 4 seats in Nakuru that time.
Yes.
So I stood in Nakuru North with Kiheka Kimani. We were opposing him.
Yeah, and that
79, just after Jomo died. Jomo died 78, there was an election 79.
Yes.
And I stood.
Yes.
But the politics of that time, you did not require so much money.
Okay.
Hii maneno ya siasa ni pesa inafanya hata corruption flourish zaidi.
Yes.
Because to become an MCA, you need so many millions. To become an MP, you need so many. To become a governor, you need billions.
Yes.
Hii siasa ndio imefanya corruption ipande zaidi. Sasa hata ukidumia pesa yako lazima ukishachukua kitu make sure you make that money. So we must change this type of politics.
What happened in 79? Like, what changed? Okay, of course, corruption. When you stand, you look like someone who, when you put a mark on something, you have to go for it. Did you win? Did you lose?
I lost. But you know, that time, it was one party, KANU.
Yes.
And the KANU, I'm sorry to say, any election, the president could know who is being elected from councillor to the top.
Yes.
Anajua mtu wake, compliant, ni huyu.
Yes.
And the system must make sure that person gets a seat. If you looked as if somebody who can be controversial,
yes,
where si mtu wa esa, utapata.
And they know.
They know. They have the intelligence. Huyu ni kichwa ngumu, huyu achana tu, huyu ndiye mtu yetu.
Do you think if Kenyans were left to their own devices to elect the people they want, not manipulated systems, our government would work different?
Obvious. People know each other. But now, because of this element of money, our people are manipulated by money.
Not by the people they
Not
know.
by this wave. Sasa kama ni, if you are an ODM person,
yes,
and you want to be elected in Nyanza, you only need a nomination.
yes.
So if the nomination of ODM is wrongly done, you elect such type of people.
Yes.
Like now, even in the other places where UDA was very popular, it's the same thing.
Yes.
If you are nominated by UDA, you just go with the wave.
Yes.
So that rubbish of that wave is what now we continue crying about.
Okay.
Tulichagua watu wabaya.
Okay.
Lakini watu waliletwa na wave ya ile party ilikuwa strong that time. And you might be heading the same way even now.
So that means people have not changed.
Mentality ya watu wanakuwa influenced,
yes,
by the wave and by money.
Yes.
That's a big disease.
Is it? So now, is it possible to succeed in a rotten system by following? Sunananga kusema when you want to do different. For the police, for example, you would say it's very hard, and I feel for the officers who mean well, for a police officer to decide that they want to be strict, they won't support corruption. In parliament, the same, in institutions, okay? In business, is it possible to say that you're going to do business straight in a corrupt system and still win?
You know, corruption is also brought by the colonizers. They are the ones who have shown us how to be corrupt. They cannot get a tender to do an international tender in Kenya. You hear the investors saying we are being asked for 10% kickback.
Yes.
And they pay. So this is something which has permitted the society. And I think if we went back to civic education, Our people cannot be all wrong or corrupt. Wale wazuri ni wengi kushinda wale wabaya. Hata yes.
Good people are more than bad people.
More people are good than those who are bad. And that's a fact.
Okay.
Hata kwako kwa boma mtoto mmoja ni jeuri, wengine wote ni wazuri. So it's the same thing. Even in society watu wazuri ni wengi kushinda wale wabaya.
Yes.
Wezi ni wachache kushinda wale watu wazuri. Wale watu wako jela ni wachache kushinda wale wako nje. So it's the same thing.
If you are to be born in our time, right? With the same mindset, how different do you think opportunities will be for you?
Do you know, even in your time now, there are people of your age who are seeing these opportunities and they are succeeding without being corrupt.
Okay.
Even now, there are young people, hata ukienda wale wanatoka shule, ma-engineer, madaktari, nini, people who are working to eat their sweat without corruption. They are more than those who are corrupt.
True.
But these corrupt people are using that corruption to make our society rotten more. So, like you saw 2024, the Gen Z, the young people, hawa watu wote walikuwa wanapigania good governance.
Yes.
Si ni kweli?
Yeah, true.
Wanasema wacheni corruption na wache wastage. We just want good governance. We don't even care tribe. If our leaders can hear that and put into action, even wale wanatafuta viti saa hii, we shall have a better country.
If you look at for the people we are speaking to now, unasema yes, opportunities are there. There are people who are seeing them.
Yeah.
The difference between they that see them and them that are exploring the opportunities, is it information? Is it luck again? Is it policies? Is it awareness?
I think it's policies, because who is supposed to make the economy grow? Who is supposed to plan for this country? Where are the economists? How do you use our land? I can tell you, I talk about Makueni again. Look at the changes that came during Kivutha Kibwana's leadership in Makueni. Ukambani has not been given food aid for the last how many years? Because the leadership there knew what they required. Water pans, watu wajikuzie, wanyama wao wakule nini, barabara ikijengwa alami, wanajengwa water pans. So you can see now people can feed themselves. So the policy makers, the planners, they fail us. You saw what they were talking about, the northern province and northern Kenya. Why the money is not being invested there? The people there are crying of being neglected, being marginalized. And they get the same vote. But their leaders are investing in Nairobi. Si tulisikia hiyo ikisemwa?
Yes.
So it's a question of leadership.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. There's a content creator called Murugi Munyi who got in trouble, like serious trouble, this week, because she said that in Nairobi, her context was Nairobi, for someone not to have money is their own choice. And she gave an example that she's actually worked her way to the top. And she gave an example of, let's say, Gikomba market, you could go pick jeans at 30 shillings, add value, sell for 1,500 shillings.
Yeah.
She gave that example. And Kenyans were very mad. So if you look at it from an objective eye, she was communicating something.
Yeah.
Maybe how she said it was different.
Yeah.
But what would be your sentiment on the idea of kukosa pesa ni kupenda kwa mtu?
It's not true.
Okay.
It's not true. There are people who are genuinely poor.
Born to be poor.
Not born to be poor.
Genuinely poor.
Genuinely poor because they have not been given chances to exploit their potential.
Yeah.
And it's because, and I've said it before, Like now, let me go to this question of motorbikes,
Yes.
pikipikis, border borders.
Yes.
People are making money.
Mm-hmm.
People are getting a living out of it.
Yes.
But you can see now, if you look at it backwards, the danger of law not being applied to make it a seamless
Yes.
business.
Yes.
People go, learn kidogo, umejua kuendesha, unaanza kubeba. Unaangusha mtu. Huyo anakufa. And the government just holds his hands and sees that rubbish going on. I've been to Rwanda. You can't see this madness. So the people who are supposed to make the law work, they are relaxing and making our people die for nothing. Special wards being left in hospitals for people who accident people from border borders.
Okay.
Instead of streamlining and making it a viable business where people be comfortable, even you riding on a motorbike, you find you are putting your life in danger. Look at what has changed about the SGR from Nairobi to Mombasa.
Yes.
1,000 people, one engine. And they are taken. So it's a question of government being serious, improving public transport for anybody. Even a minister can be happy to ride in that train. So they must invest in planning and making business iwe kitu kizuri, si cha kuua watu.
And sustainable.
Yeah, look at matatus. If you let it go crazy, what happened to Michuki rules?
But matatus, I read that it's an uncontainable sector, because even Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, to allow matatus, he calculated, because bus owners went to approach him, and he saw what was going on. They wanted to keep the industry, but he decided to go against their requests in some meeting in March 1973.
Yeah, they complained that he told them, kama mnaona matatu niko pesa, usa basi, nunua matatu.
Yes.
That was clever.
Because
that time,
he could not contain it.
Not because he could not contain. He saw the bus owners wanted to be monopoly. That's just like Kibaki. When he said duty-free border borders.
Yes.
Many people got business. And it's good because like now, if there are no matatu coming from this road to here, the border you saw there, they will bring you here.
Yes, yes.
It's a good, they are doing the right thing.
Yes.
But they must be within the law.
Structured.
To protect themselves and to protect the passengers and the pedestrians.
Okay.
That must be done. And the government is supposed to do that. Any motorized vehicle must be follow traffic rules.
Okay.
Now, if you go to all towns, they don't even follow. They turn corners all over. They are hit. People are go to hospital. Nobody is caring. Why? Yeah?
Lawlessness.
Lawlessness. You cannot run a country like that.
Okay.
Surely.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sawa.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. 2 items before we close. Number one, we had a guest on the show who also who mentioned something that some people felt was controversial. That if you find a young man of 30 years who has 50 million shillings in Kenya, that must be a thief. Like, there's no way, there are no structures in this country for people to make money like that. So that is the first layer of this question. Because the beauty about asking you this question is, I'm exploring the concept of the relationship between time and money. Because if you get the benefit of time and experience compounding, you can do wonders, right? But then again, in terms of opportunity and how much people make and how much people can get and the opportunities to invest. Yes, opportunities are there, but there are many factors around it. So we start with, before we get to the concept of the relationship between time and money, we come to, do you think it's possible to make, in fact, before now, the conversation is different because people will talk about, the internet and stuff. In your time, finishing high school, like starting, let's say, working in the 70s, would it be practical for someone to be let's go figures, for example purposes, to be a millionaire by age 30 comfortably through clean means.
Yes. Yes. If you are an innovator, you discover something today,
Yes.
and you sell the patent, and you can be rich overnight. And you have not stolen. It's your brain. I said, I don't know what I heard, somebody who was suing Safaricom
For M-Pesa.
because M-Pesa, something of that
Yes,
nature.
yes.
If he was paid what was rightly his,
You'll
even
be
if
a
he was
billionaire.
25 years old, you'll be a billionaire.
Yes.
So it's not high. It's not being a thief only. Eh? You know, there is a time when people used to go with guns to steal from the banks.
Yes.
Nowadays, you don't hear that. They steal through phones and all those hacking and all that.
Yes.
Tunasikia mulot, kuna vijana wa mulot.
Yes.
Sasa
Wakufinya
hiyo
computer.
sio hiyo njia ya kuiba. You can make money, clean money. I understand there are cleverest people, the geniuses. When you go to Harvard, the Americans don't allow you to come back. They employ you there.
If they identify you
you're a smart person.
Yes.
And they pay you a salary which you feel you are comfortable. Whether you are in a laboratory,
Yes.
trying to discover a certain virus medicine, they retain you there. I understand even here the research money which they bring to our universities, when you do a research, you send it back to them, to Wellcome or to whoever. You cannot develop the vaccine here. And the researcher is a Kenyan.
Yes.
In our university.
Yes.
But you are being paid to do research by the Western world. Now, when you tell our government, why don't you put money in research so that our clever people can research here and make money here?
Yes.
Nothing.
We have clever people
We
here.
have clever people.
So that's another way, resources, and I've never looked at it from that perspective. Resources are being extracted.
Yeah. You are exporting your own resources. And that's what is causing all this chaos in the third world. Sasa tunasikia DRC wanapigana kwa nini? Colton, sijui what. Sasa imekuwa discovered Kenya.
Yes. Sijui
mlima huko Taveta.
Yes.
Amerika sasa amekuwa Kenya is their darling because of what we have.
Yes.
Si ni kweli? Instead of our clever boys, why don't you make these chips here? China wana make zao. Amerika na mambo inatoka Kenya. Raw material is coming from Africa or from the third world. So we have not put our act right.
So the opportunities are there.
There are many.
If you are to come, you came out of high school in the 60s and the opportunities were waiting.
Yeah.
If you are to come out from Form 4 now, where would you start?
Anywhere. I will be employed like anybody else. I was employed.
But now, those employment opportunities are not there. Like, how do you navigate the environment today? Like, I'm sure you look at us, like the younger versions of you look at us and wish, like, ungefanya hii. Where would you start?
I went to Meru one time, and I did not see any young person, lady or a boy, amelewa amelala kwa mtaro. Because this is different from other areas of Central Province.
Yes.
Kaambia unajua hapa, wazee akiwa na shamba na iko na majani, anapeaga mtoto majani achune, na anampea hiyo anachuna, anampea namba yake kwa pahali majani inapelekwa. Kwa hivyo huyu kijana anachunga majani na ni yake na pesa ni yake.
Yes.
Unanielewa?
Yes. Yes.
Sasa huyu mtoto amependa kazi ya majani chai kwa sababu inampea pesa.
Yes.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
If you go to Eldoret today, I understand the young people there hawataki maneno ya kununua pikipiki. Wanaenda wanapanda avocado. 3 years anaanza kuvuna, anaanza kupata pesa yake, anapenda kazi ya shamba. Na I understand you can also do farming digitally. So young people are discovering how to make money differently from what we used to.
Are we being blinded? Are we playing ourselves with, is the idea of Maliza, you get employed, misleading more people than it's leading or guiding?
Getting employed gives you discipline. Is a good thing. You cannot even learn how to run your own business if you have never been employed even to do dukawala. Kuandikwa hata hapo kwa duka kupeana vitu. Huyo mtu ameandikwa kwa duka, akienda kuweka yake atarani better kushinda yule ametoka tu anaambiwa ati kwenda fanya biashara. So true. You have to get a way of surviving. You learn how to do things, and then you learn how to do it for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in your years of experience, as we close, what have you learned about money?
Money is very difficult to take care. Mtu umeshaona mtu amekula charity ambaye matajirika?
Bet. Mtu amebet. Watu wana bet sana hapa nje.
Ukaona hiyo pesa imemweka vizuri mpaka mwisho na anakuaga fukara after 3 years.
Statistically, yes.
Ikiingia kwa mfuko inakufanya wazimu.
Why
so to manage money, because money once out, unataka kutoka kwa mfuko uitumie. Nataka kwenda Mombasa. Nataka kwenda night club. Nataka kunywa ile pombe sijakunywa. Inakufanya wazimu pesa. So to have money discipline sio kitu rahisi.
Who taught you money discipline?
I don't know. Hata ni bahati tu. Tena who says I'm a very good money manager?
I'm guessing because for you to quit your job to go into business, I imagine you must have had a backup. Like for you to go into like kama biashara ya investing in security business, a security firm. The capital, you must have raised it.
Can I give you my own story?
Please.
When I was employed, I did not finish 3 years before I had a shop, a grocery shop,
yes,
on 2nd Avenue, Isili. When I was transferred here, I sold that shop, 36,000 shillings, 72.
That's a lot of money.
A lot of money. When I came to Nakuru, I asked a former schoolmate, he was employed by Hughes Limited. What can I do with this money? Kaniambia hapa, ukitaka kutajirika, nunua tinga. Tinga, utapewa plow, uanze kulimia watu.
Yes.
My father was still alive.
Yes.
So I bought a tinga to be paying slowly, and they gave me a plow. My father now started. Me, I'm employed, but I've given my father a tinga, kulimia watu, jioni tunahesabu pesa. Daily. Kama sasa, this is the season for cultivation.
Yes.
So you start making money. Ile tinga sasa ndio nikaenda ni kazi mzuri. Baada kidogo naambiwa transport ni mzuri. That time a new lorry, Toyota lorry 7 ton, 80,000. A new lorry. I went to Bogos, I bought KLU 905. New lorry.
You bought cash ama you bought?
No, the manager bank tunakunywa na yeye, mimi iko lorry mtu ameshindwa kulipa, kwenda uchukue kwa Bogos nikupee loan uwe ukilipa. My drinking colleague, hanunui, ananiambia mimi nitakupea loan. He gave me a loan to buy a new lorry. I went to transport. But that shop I started when I was working, a grocery shop. Naamuka asubuhi naenda Marigiti kununua vitu ya kuweka kwa duka. Kabla sijaenda kazini. I started that. So it's a question of what you want to do.
So what's the difference between you who buys the lorry and it works and the other person who qualified for the lorry before you and anashindwa kulipa?
Pengine aliogopa loan.
Mtu hafai kuogopa loan.
Unaogopa kwa nini? Unaogopa kwa nini? Hata serikali angalia 12 trillion today, and they are still saying they are viable.
There's no peace in raising money yako. Kama uliuza shop 36,000. Hakuna pleasure ya pesa ni yako. Like hauna deni ya mtu.
Nikakunywe nikafanya nini?
As you invest.
You invest wapi? I thought investing is better to buy a tractor. And the tractor made me make more money.
So borrowing has worked for you?
Yes. I've never lived without a loan. How?
Now, unajua, nowadays people preach wanasema, live debt free. Usikae na deni ya mtu. That's peace. That is now financial freedom.
Deni ya mtu binafsi ni mbaya. Lakini deni ya kufanya biashara ni lazima.
Na loan haijakuuma ati ulikuwa umepiga hesabu.
There's a time I was being auctioned. All those ups and downs of business. Umeshindwa kulipa miezi 6 unaambiwa unawekwa kwa gazeti.
Oh, hiyo kitambo walikuwa wanaweka kwa gazeti.
Yeah. Then you go and now how do I save this? I sell this, or I sell this, or I go and borrow more, I pay this one, this is a better lender, this one with more understanding. That's what I did.
Which now begs the question. I saw someone did a very nice article ya kusema the debt system has been designed in such a way that ukiingia you never come out. That's why people are selling the idea ya being debt free, kukaa bila deni ya mtu, because kama you for example say, si ndio? Unasema hujaikaa bila loan. You would assume you would work for a number, a certain number. Let's say mimi nikipata 10 million niko sawa. I can live off the interest. Why do you need a loan? 10.
There's a time we were a group of wazee, we had a chama.
Yes.
And we had a discussion.
Yes.
When does a businessman retire? We couldn't come to a conclusion.
Why?
Because when does a businessman retire? You need to eat, you need to clothe, you need a vehicle, you need what? So when do you retire? Have you ever seen a businessman who has said, I've retired?
So now, I've seen, and our team wameenda mahali unafanya, kuna videos. You're making serious boss moves, like ile ya, and mtu anasema benefit of time, good, right? Unasema, and I think generation yenu, hiyo ni ile generation ya kujaribu tu, because I've sat with Linjiro, alafu nimsikia akisema he only needs 2 houses, one to live on and one to live in. Mtu akisema hivyo unafikiria akona 2 houses, like literally.
Yeah.
Kumbe hiyo ndio style ya kuongea. So when you say when does a businessman retire, ni if you decided not to do anything.
Ulale tu.
Hata si kulala tu. Useme utaenda utravel uende wapi.
Yes.
You would still live comfortably.
For how long?
Ama your risk appetite change. Ati for how long?
You don't know how many years God will give you. So if you have 10 million ufikie imetosha, uende cruising, urudi imekwisha. Sasa utakula nini?
Ama the risk change.
You reduce your risks. You reduce your risks. And you borrow less.
But you borrow still.
If you have to.
What's the difference between unataka kufungua, you've seen an opportunity. You have 10 million. You can actually stake your money and you'll make money there. But you'll not put your money. You'll go borrow to take that opportunity.
If you put money in the bank, 10 million.
Yes.
Devaluation kila siku. Pesa yako ina lose value. Every day. Ukiambiwa umepewa 10% interest per year. Ndio anapewa nama 9 nama 7. If you are an individual who has put the money in a fixed deposit,
yes,
there is the holding tax 15%. Inakatwa. Besides the depreciation ya 5%. So you don't put money ikae tu kwa benki uwe ukiani interest kidogo ya 10%, 12%. Those people are trading with your money.
So you should also go out and trade with your money.
Say, invest yourself, multiply the money. Unaweza nunua hii kitu multiply mara 3 kesho. Na ile zake za benki ziko tu pale ile ka 10% yake. Like now if you look at newspapers Monday, 10 pages people are being auctioned. And those things are being bought by people who have the money. Hata ikiuzwa asubuhi na huna, utanunua aje? Na lazima iuzwe.
Yes.
So you must know how to play your cards. So to multiply your money.
Multiply your money.
Yes.
Hii ukisema usiweke pesa kwa bank nini.
Sisemi usiweke.
Wale
wanakaa huku wanaweka na wanafurahi na hiyo 10%. Lakini kuna wale clever hawaweki huko kwa sababu ina lose value ikiwa kwa benki. Wewe unafurahi kuona figure 10 million, lakini ina lose value.
Unapoteza pesa.
Ukiona
hivi
unapoteza.
Then what is financial security then? What is financial security?
That's what your friend told you. Ana nyumba ya kulala. He is secure. And you know in life you only need 3 things. Food, shelter, clothing.
Yes.
Basic.
Yes.
Ingine yote ni madoido. If you are living well, you have a good house, you have a good car, you have a good... Those are madoido. Hiyo ni raha. Lakini basically kama unaweza kujipea chakula na upea watoto wako, uko sawa.
Anything you add on top, you're just having fun.
Hiyo ni raha tu. Hiyo ni raha.
It's unnecessary to some extent.
Yeah.
So then basi, what does this mean about changing lifestyle? Wewe, did you have a season yenye when you start business, because you started at a relatively young age?
Very young.
Do you get the urge you want to live in wherever, like you would want to live next to State House? Just
actually I live next to State House even today. Because I used my money to buy a plot there which I built, and that's why I'm living. So it has given me comfort. My hard work has given me comfort.
But you approached carefully. You approached with caution.
Obvious. You have to be cautious because that money you can burn like that now. Ni kama kukanyaga mandizi utereze uanguke ukwishe.
But umekuwa na hizo ups and downs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So kama umefika level ya being auctioned and then you come back, tofauti ni the zeal uko nayo. Give us an example. What miscalculation have you ever done ndio ufike mahali pa auction?
No, in fact it was not a miscalculation.
Yes.
When I resigned in 76,
yes,
before you get your final check from your employer,
yes,
they had to get a clearance from income tax.
Yes.
Before you get your final check.
Yes.
So before I got my final check, I was not being able to pay my mortgage for the house which I had bought.
Yes.
And I was paying 3,228
for a mortgage.
For a mortgage per month. So when I missed to pay 3 times because I'm waiting for my check, the bank manager put my property for auction through malice.
Yes.
Or anything. But then I went and I found a listening ear to the manager of Barclays Bank that time. He was an Indian called Makwana. We met at the golf club. I told him my problem. He said, come tomorrow, Saturday. He took me to the lawyer of the bank, wrote a letter to KCB, tell them to transfer all liability to us. They saved me. Like that.
There's something interesting you say. You found a listening ear.
Yeah.
Someone you met at the golf club.
Yeah.
Your drinking buddy gave you a tip, an interesting tip that you saw as an opportunity.
Yeah.
And bought a lot.
I have a problem with the bank because I've not paid. Akaniambia you kuja kesho. He sent me to the advocate, wrote to the other bank, transfer your liabilities, and they gave me 2 times the money which I had borrowed from the other bank.
So relationships are very important.
Very important. Very important. Tunaambiwa lazima uwe rafiki na bank manager na wakili. Watu wawili. Ukiwa na shida hao ndio wanakusaidia.
Lazima ukuwe na rafiki mmoja ni bank
manager na wakili. Ukipata shida, wakili nisaidia hata kama sina pesa kwenda kotini on my behalf. So they are very important people.
Tunasemanga tusifinye sana. I appreciate you for coming here. Asante sana for this was timekeeping top notch. Najua from the people watching this conversation, because I can also feel it. Kuna haja kuuliza more questions, but for the first one, these nuggets are enough for the people for consumption for this particular one. Asante sana.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm grateful.
Thank you.
Mungu akubariki.
Na wewe pia.
Na uendelee kuendesha kipindi vizuri.
Asante sana.
Thank you, sir.